More kills doesn't always mean you're helping your team. Sometimes the right choice isn't fun but actually wins. Hey guys, good to see you again. Today we will talk about why infantry can win wars when cavalry just farms. And this is no offense to any cavalry player, I know many great cavalry players, but at the end of the day, today I'm going to talk just, infantry against cavalry choice. And I'm going to start with first important thing, and infantry holds lines. They're basically absorbing hits. If you check the infantry troop, you're going to notice obviously the defense stats, physical defense, magical defense, and the HP. If you go and open some infantry hero, in this case this is Goresh, you're going to see that he's having even no physical attack boost, but still. And I can say Goresh is one of the aggressive infantry heroes. You're going to see also damage taken reduction 15%. If awakened, this is like 20%. So all these heroes, the majority of the heroes that are infantry, they're built for one purpose, and this is taking hits, holding the lines. Very important to be said for the infantry, and the play with infantry is not that fun. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'm sending my Goresh and I go out with my legions, and I sent my Goresh and I see how he's dying extremely fast, and I'm left in the battlefield with the 4 legions actually to fight. Of course, after this I sent my Goresh again and again and again. There is no fun, especially when I open the reports. There is nothing fun there. But at the end of the day, infantry are going to hold the lines and they're going to absorb the hits in the front lines. And extremely important for the team play is we should basically stop chasing solo merits of farming. And to be honest, the merits is not actually accurate. If I go over the map, yeah, right now we don't have it, but there is a lot of merits trading. I mean, one well sent like 10 infantry, okay, not 10, like 3, 4, 5 infantry legions, and some other well is hitting this infantry and getting some merits. And I totally understand that, I'm not gonna lie, because you have to get these pet skills, and I get this one and I get like 1k pet coins, which is going to help me to synthesize the talent skills of the pets that I'm capturing outside. Obviously you're going to need pet coins to level up the specific skill, so you get the talent skill for you, and also to buy pet skills in general. I mean, I totally understand the merits farming, so since the merits is important, but maybe not that important at the end of the day, obviously every officer have their way to track the merits during the battles. I mean, this is not a secret. The majority of the officers now know exactly how many merits you did on the battlefield for the specific days. But at the end of the day, we should just stop chasing so merits of farming. And this is something that actually happened with the cavalry. This is not some big group of cavalry rushing directly in the mages and marksmen. If you're just going with like 5 legions cavalry around the map and trying to kill something. And the soul farming is actually very rewarding. In the season 1, the top performers that was free to play was actually cavalry people. Just running around the map, killing AFK legions, killing some heroes in the mines or gathering heroes. It is what it is. That was because I was looking, to check it out. Okay, how this guy that is free to play actually is in the top 5 or maybe top 10 in the merits when there is so many wells and Karakans. How this happen? And something that I see, all of them are actually a cavalry. Again, nothing against the cavalry people. And there is a reason actually the people are picking the cavalry, and many are picking cavalry for the speed, which at one point is actually ignoring the team needs. And by the team needs is when you're having some beat fight in the choke points, what the cavalry can do. Yeah, they can maybe rush. Okay, maybe this is not a good example, but if there is a good is a plateau with couple entrances in this plateau, just the cavalry is moving around trying to strike some legions here and there. For example, here, yeah, for example, we're fighting against this bridge. Cavalry can move from this one, maybe strike some returning going on the battlefield legion, but the main action is happening right here, and we're needing every hand possible in this place. And I cannot actually say that is fully ignoring the team needs, the cavalry, but if there is not huge group of cavalry striking, well, and you're not present with some mages or infantry on the battlefield, well, let's say, yeah, you're basically solo playing right now. And in hard wars, infantry keep your alliance alive, or your allies. Now, if there is no infantry on the battlefield, we all know what is happening. We're not, the majority of my viewers are not day 2 playing Call of Dragons. We all know what is happening, where on your side, the infantry just finished. You're basically going to be left with mages and marksmen, which is very squishy. And at this point, even a so 5 cavalry player can jump there and do damage. But if you don't want your front lines to go out, you better start sending some infantry. Now, some cavalry are actually using infantry with the Skogo mobility tower tree and the feather artifact, but still, the team need is on the battlefield in the general, attacking the enemy infantry and mages. So, you know, it's not looking easy to choose between infantry and cavalry, but I can definitely say that the infantry is way more valuable from the cavalry. Again, nothing against any cavalry player, just it is what it is. Without infantry, your team is basically going to crumble. And it's a tough life, to be honest. Infantry may give fewer merits, but they're actually who is winning the KVK. And by winning the KVK, you're going to go in the Amber shop and you're going to purchase the new hot item on the market. Especially if, for example, this one, Advanced Fire Cage, I think this is for the new Mage Pet and etc. You're going to have everything needed. Okay, not everything, but you're going to have shards to actually purchase and make your legion strong. This is one of the things. Also the prestige, the alliance reputation, the rewards at the end of the season. There are just so many things. Yes, infantry are not going to give you merits, don't get me wrong. I mean, they're going to give you. I saw some crazy infantry report with Lee Kuan and Kuma, or Goresh and Kuma, which is, for me personally, is crazy reports, like 100k plus merits report, not rallying some city, just so reports on the battlefield. So still, I think the game start actually take care over the infantry, and they start actually provide them with some good offensive skill, and at the same time they're having some good survivability. The example is actually Kuma draining the HP, crazy sustainability. On top of that, if you get some good hero like Lee Kuan, you can even do better on the battlefield with your infantry. So we'll start seeing this shift from the shield meets like Ilyana Garwood to Madeline Garwood. I cannot say that Goresh and Skogo was a meat shield, but we start seeing that transition in more merits for infantry. And with more merits, you're also protecting your alliances and secure the map control. The map control is something extremely important if you want to win the KVK. I already said the infantry is winning the KVK. The mages are also important, not gonna lie. With marksmen, it's a little tricky to play, because with their medium range they can easily get a victim of some billing play, or just get out of position and get Spiritborn Torque taunt and stuff like this. It's a little hard, the the life of the marksmen in 2025, but at the end of the day, here we're speaking about the infantry and why people should actually focus over the infantry. Now, if you have cavalry and somebody have a free time, just put them in the army group. I think it's just enough. And it's extremely important to balance merits with the teamwork. Extremely important. Yes, you're going to have your merits, and at the same time you're going to support your team, your teamwork, your alliance. I think this maybe the most valuable thing you can actually get from this video, that bringing some balance in your performance from point of teamwork and how much merits you're going to get. Obviously, if you're playing more team, if you're more team player, you're going to get less merits, to be honest. I mean, this is something that I noticed with my gameplay. If I'm not team player, I just don't get enough merits. But if I go on solo, I get more merits. It's in the same time I'm thinking that getting more merits, that means I sent more troops in the hospital, but in the same time we're losing. How this thing actually happened? And you know, there is a synergy on the battlefield between the legions, between the players and everything there, even the whole map. And something else that I want to point out is your alliance is going to just start trusting you as a reliable fighter. You're going to be there for them, and when they see you online, they're going to become happy. And sometimes the sacrifice is equal to real victory. And at the end of the day, this is the main purpose. I mean, your merits is going to be I don't know if it's going to be, I think it's going to be gone the next season and etc. Still, the game actually puts some tricky stuff, like when you go on the ranking and merits was season home realm. Yeah, because I migrate, it's going to show me home realm, but there is a chance I see the previous season people performance and etc. But yeah, just be a team player and bring some infantry in the front lines. This is something that I wanted to point out in this video. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to hit one like if you enjoyed it, obviously, and subscribe if you're new to this channel. I wish you a great day, and yeah, see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching.